Hello guys, welcome to another video. Today we're located in La Laguna de Fraijanes, which is like Fraijanes Lake, which is the main attraction in this place. So this place is on the mountains and it's like a perfect place to go on a weekend with your family for a picnic. There's a lot of things that you can do here. There's like soccer fields and basketball fields, and then we have this beautiful grass all over the place, and then we have a little forest around. And as I said, the main attraction is the lake. So this place has a sad history, and that's the way it started. So I'm going to explain about that history. But first of all, I want to show you a little bit of this place and see how it looks like. So let's go to see it, and let's go to learn about this place and its beautiful nature as well, and everything about here. So let's go and see it. Alright guys, so let me explain you a little bit of how this place was formed. On 1888, there was a earthquake in this place, and that earthquake affected the province of Alajuela and the main city of Alajuela, but also this place, and mainly this place. So that earthquake made this is such a place in the middle of the mountains on the way up to this Paul's volcano, which we have a video about that place if you want to go and see it. So the thing is that this place was just a mountain, no anything else than that. And there was a family living here in that moment. And the thing is that earthquake affected this place a lot, and unfortunately that family, they died because the place where they were living, it was destroyed. So the thing is that in the middle of that earthquake, there was a hole that was created here in this mountain. So that hole, because of the rain water all around this place, as long as we had a hole now, it was just full of water because of that rain. So the place, that hole became into a lake. So many years later, this was just an attraction in the middle of this beautiful mountain, having a lake, and it became an attraction. And now this place was created, and now we have a lot of people coming here, and a lot of things were built here. So that's part of what I show you guys up. So let's go to see how this place looks like and how the lake looks like. I'm not really sure of how the lake's gonna look today because we're in the dry season. So usually, as long as this lake depends pretty much of the rain, usually on the dry season the lake gets dry, so it loses a lot of water. And in the rainy season, it gets a lot of water. So the amount of water depends pretty much of the season that you're coming. So as long as this is the dry season, I'm not sure how much water it's going to have, but let's go see it. Alright guys, so this place was made on 1982, and as long as we already had an attraction, which is the lake, then a lot of things were built and the whole place was made as an attraction. So as I said, now we have soccer fields and basketball fields and a lot of really cool things to do. And we have like little ranchos, that's we call them like that, which if you come early on time, you can just take one of them and you have electricity and a lot of things as well. And near the lake, you can also rent places to stay like the whole night, or you can do camping here as well. So on the very beginning, there was a lot of trails that were built with wood, and then they were built a little better. So I'm going to show you that up as well. So this is just part of what this place is. So let's go to see how it looks like. So as we can see, as long as we're in the dry season, this is the lake. The water is right there, so we still have a lot of water, but we have this effect which on the dry season as long as this a lake depends pretty much on the rainy water. On the dry season, it loses a lot of water, so all this part gets dry. And on the rainy season, all this is just like full of water. So that's the reason why we have this breach, this large breach, because usually on the rainy season, this is just full of water. Right now, this whole part is just dry, and we have the water there. So we're gonna go, because we have trails all over this lake. So we're gonna go on the trails, and we're gonna get a little closer to the water so we can see how the lake looks like, and the part where we still have water. On this dry season, you can even walk here on the land, as long as, of course, we have a lot of water here. When this place is full of water, then fails. You have to be a little careful. This lake, it's like 6 meter deep when it's like full of water. On the winter season, when we get a lot of rain, it's like a maximum of 6 meters deep. And of course, this water looks like this, like green, because as long as this is a hole that was created with a earthquake, and now the only water that fills this place is just basically the rainy water. There's no place that this water can just like go out, so this water stays here all the time. So of course, when the water stays and it's just not moving, you get this color, which is like this green. All right, guys. So now we're walking in the middle of this beautiful forest. There are trails here in this area, so we can walk all over this place. And this is part of the whole lake and area, Faijanes Lake. So there is something that I want to talk to you guys about, because it's pretty interesting. And here's the thing: as we can see, we're in a pine trees forest, and the thing is that this pine trees is not a tree that grows up in a natural way in Costa Rica. And here's the thing: this is something that actually affects the Costa Rica environment. So here's the thing: Costa Rica is located pretty close to the Ecuador, so that gives us a tropical weather. So as long as we have a beautiful geography as well in this country, we have mountains, like really tall mountains. The tallest one that we have in the country is called Cerro Chirripó, and that's under Let me see, 3820 meters over sea level. So here's the thing: as long as we have mountains, we have flats, we have a beautiful geography in Costa Rica with a lot of things, but that gave us also a lot of micro weathers as well, coming from the tropical weather. So these micro weathers, they create an ecosystem different all over the place. So if you go up to a mountain, we have an ecosystem. If we're in the middle of the mountain, we have another different ecosystem. If we go all the way down, the ecosystem is different. So there is a lot of biodiversity in Costa Rica with the nature, not only with animals, but plants and trees as well. So if you go to a natural Costa Rican forest, you'll see it. There's a lot of different plants and trees, animals, everything's different. So here's the thing: the reason why these trees were planted, there was for a good reason, and the people who planted them in that moment, they did it for a good reason, but they didn't know that in the future that could affect the ecosystem in Costa Rica. So here's the thing: here, as long as this is a mountain, and it happens a lot in the places where we have mountains in Costa Rica, as long as in this country we have a lot of rain come all the time. So the rain destroys pretty much the land, and the dirt goes all over the place. So these trees, when they were planted and when they grow up, they help a lot with that. They hold the land, they hold the tree, the dirt, and they make the place a little better with it. And they prevent accidents and things like that. But the problem is that they affect the ecosystem. So here's the thing: as I said, in a natural forest in Costa Rica, we have a lot of biodiversity and endemic plants as well, and plants that are really important for the Costa Rican forest. So when we come with a tree like this, which doesn't grow up in a natural way in Costa Rica, and you put a tree like this in a place like this with a great weather, they grow up like super fast. And basically, they're taking all the benefits in this place and in a forest. So they grow up super tall and super strong, and they take all the minerals from the dirt, and they take all the sun as well. So we all know that the sunlight is very important for the photosynthesis process for every plant and tree, and they depend pretty much of that. So when these trees are taking all the benefits, they're not letting the older plants or trees survive. So as we can see in a forest like this trees grow up, but they don't let the rest of the forest grow up as well. So as we can see, the whole place is just like this. All we can see here is just the pine trees, and there is no other plant in this place. There's no Costa Rican trees. There's nothing. So these pine trees, even though they're beautiful and they're helping a lot, they're destroying the Costa Rican ecosystem as well. And that is a huge problem. So, I mean, in a place like this, it's not a big problem because the pine trees forest is just a small forest in the area. But we're going to see that later. We still have a lot of Costa Rican forests as well here in this place. And we're later on going to go to see the trails there. So we're going to see the huge difference. But that is the thing. In a place like this, it's not a big problem, but there are some other places in Costa Rica where they planted a lot of these trees. Just like in Cartago, there is a forest near the Irasu volcano, which is the tallest volcano in Costa Rica. So the thing is that pine trees forest is so big that it's now actually affecting the environment, the Costa Rican ecosystem. So that is a problem. That's something that people don't know and don't realize about it. But that's a thing that is happening, and it's a thing that we have to be a little careful with. And I just wanted to talk to you guys about that so we can learn about nature a little bit. So let's keep walking in this place.
All right, guys. So let me show you guys up this. Here we have the end up of this pine trees forest, and I want you guys to see this, the difference between a loyal and an unloyal competition on the nature. So here, as we can see, and I want you guys to see this, there's only pine trees here in this forest. That's all we have. And if we look at the land, there's nothing and only this pine trees. But here we have this breach, and in the other side we have the Costa Rican forest. So let's see the huge difference, because as we can see now, this is a loyal competition in the nature to survive. So we have biodiversity here. We have a lot of plants, we have a lot of trees, we have green all over the place, and that's a big difference that we have here. Alright guys, so here we can see it. Here we can see how a Costa Rican forest looks like in a loyal competition. Right next to the bridge we have the pine trees forest, and here we have the Costa Rican forest. And as we can see, there's green all over the place. This is an evergreen forest. I've been explaining in some of my videos that the evergreen forest is that the forest where the trees can keep their leaves and they don't have to let them go to survive. They can just keep them because there's enough humidity. And as long as this is such a mountain, we have a lot of humidity here to keep this forest green all the time. So in a loyal competition like this is how a Costa Rican forest looks like. As we can see, there's a lot of biodiversity here and a lot of humidity as well. We can see it here. But there's a big difference between a forest like this and the pine trees forest, which is just nature, and it's always different, but it's what I want to show you guys up and teach you about, which is beautiful to learn about nature. And here's where we're finishing the hiking trails, and let me just show you where we end up. And this is where we end up, on the same place where we started. I just started right there. And here we are. So as always, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, as always, don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment, give a like, and I hope you guys you have learned a little bit about this beautiful nature. I'm gonna keep posting videos about Costa Rica and the beautiful nature here, teaching you guys about it, the history of this beautiful country. And as I said, if you like this videos, just subscribe and support this channel, and let's keep doing it. Thanks for watching this video. See you on the next video.